Hey everybody, we're back for another video. Thanks for joining us again. I know we've been kind of sporadic with our videos lately.
Unfortunately.
It's just been crazy, and I mean, life gets in the way sometimes. But anyways, our last video we showed you where we went to Disney with our grandkids for the first time. And while we was there, we picked up a few items that we've been looking for a long time.
For a few years now, we've been trying to complete a set of dishes, dishware, silverware, everything to outfit our formal dining room. And so we've kind of done it in pieces because we didn't really find exactly what we were looking for. And so a couple of years ago we were there and we decided we were going to buy these glasses, which we love. They've got little Mickey heads in there and they're black and gold.
We actually bought those last Christmas, last December. Yep.
Okay. At the same time, when we found those, we also found an entire silverware set that also has the little Mickeys in the handles, which we love.
I'll show you some close-ups of our table setup in a little bit.
But we were never able to find any dishes that we really liked. We didn't want something that was overtly Disney. We wanted it to be subtle, something that would be elegant but useful as well. Right. And we finally found it. Yep.
And so funny enough, we was planning on maybe trying to order it from Shop Disney or something, have it shipped to the house, but we do have the Disney Visa card. Again, we don't do credit, but we pay it off at the end of every month. I think we've talked about that in some of our other videos before.
We use it strictly to earn points to get money to spend at Disney.
Yeah, right. It pays for some of our Disney vacations. Yeah. And so when you're there, you get a 10% discount on food and merchandise and stuff. And so this stuff was actually selling out online. Some of it had already sold out on Shop Disney. And so we was there in the park one night and found all the pieces.
They had it all.
And so it was like, let's do it. Now, that was a mistake.
Well, but we also have to say, in pre-COVID days, when you bought things at Disney, you could have them shipped to your resort, whether that be an actual resort or the Fort Wilderness campground. They would package everything, get it all, taken care of and safe. They would ship it to your resort and then you could go pick it up either later that day or the next day. Yeah. After COVID, they're no longer doing that.
Yeah, they still don't have enough. It'll probably resume at some point.
There's just not enough staff.
Yeah, they just don't have enough people in there working yet to be able to bring that back.
So we ended up in the Magic Kingdom one night buying a 12-place setting of dinner plates, salad plates, bowls, and accessories. It was in 5 huge bags.
Yeah, we ended up having to carry it all the way back.
And we had to carry them all the way out of the Magic Kingdom to the buses, ride the buses back to our hotel with them, and then carry them into our room.
And they was heavy.
They were big.
So
they were heavy.
Probably wasn't the smartest decision we ever made, but we was able to get them all in one place, so we knew we had everything, and that was the main thing. Because I'm a completist. I can't stand to not get everything.
Well, and another shout out to Disney cast members. They only had a few of the dishes that we liked on display. I asked, she came back out with all 12. So, I mean, they were fantastic about going and looking, finding everything for us, going above and beyond.
Well, and they had to carry everything to the register. They packaged everything like super, super well. That's just why it had to be in 5 bags, because they wanted to make sure nothing broke and all that. So it's pretty amazing. So anyways, we are getting ready. This next week we're actually leaving and going back to Disney again. Just to date this video a little bit, yes, the hurricane just has come through.
Hurricane just passed through.
But the parks reopened yesterday.
They were on a rolling opening. They didn't all open at once.
Yeah, and I think everything was pretty much back on schedule today.
Fort Wilderness is still closed.
Yeah, we're hearing that Fort Wilderness probably closed for another week. They've got a lot of trees there, so I'm sure they had a lot of cleanup to do there.
Right, and this time we're staying in a resort again, a new resort for us.
Yep, and this time, today actually, just to really date this, October 1st, is the 40th anniversary of Epcot.
Yes.
Of the opening of Epcot. So we got to watch some of that on from some of our other YouTube buddies today, some of the activities. We're actually going to be at Epcot with our oldest daughter.
We're going to do the Food and Wine Festival for 2022. And we're going to eat around the world.
That's right. She's always wanted us to go eat around the world with her. And so during the Food and Wine Festival, they have other kiosks from other countries that they don't normally have. And so we're going to try our best to eat our way around the country. Now, luckily, we get to split it 3 ways,
yes.
so hopefully
we'll be able to manage it between the 3 of us.
But we did cancel our dinner reservations that night because we got to second guess ourselves.
We won't be hungry.
And so we're excited to bring you that. We'll bring you as much as that we can. Again, when we're in Disney, when we're filming, I'm always torn because I never want to distract from anybody else's fun there. So we try to, when we are filming inside Disney, we try not to talk on rides.
We try to be very respectful.
Yeah, and so I'll bring you as much as we can. We'll bring you as much as the food as I can because I think that's going to be super exciting for anybody that's ever wanted to do that. I think it's a pretty big thing to eat around the world.
We'll make sure and take pictures of everything at least.
Yeah. And so we will put together a video of us eating around the world. We are going to hit the Halloween party again because last time we was there, it rained on us.
Maybe no rain. Right now there's no rain in the forecast.
And so they didn't get to do all the show. The stage show was cut short.
Right. Everything ended up getting pushed late. Rather than seeing the earlier showings of it, we had to stay until midnight.
But I'll show you one thing we did get at the Halloween party. It's an exclusive that you can only get during the Halloween party.
Yes.
And I managed to get it. It's the only thing I wanted. So let me show you some around the table, and we'll show you what we got.
Okay guys, here is the official candy bowl for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. They only sell this during the party hours, so it's not available ahead of time. It does have the Magic Kingdom dated 2022. And you have to stand in what's normally a very long line to get to this and actually be able to purchase it.
And it is, ceramic, whatever you want to call it.
It will break.
And but yeah, that was the only thing I really wanted. They've got all kinds of merchandise down there. They've got T-shirts. I mean, gosh, just decorations. That again, like you said, you can only get it during the party. So what happens is you have to have a special ticket to get into the Halloween party.
Yep. You get a special wristband.
You can get in starting at 4 o'clock. They officially close Magic Kingdom at 6 and make anybody that don't have the special ticket get out.
And
they're nice
the
about it.
party officially starts at 7.
And that's when this goes out. So even though you can get in at 4, you can't buy this at 4.
You can't buy it
They do
until
not
7
put this
o'clock.
merchandise out until 7 o'clock.
But the lines do start forming before 7.
Yes, and they actually, I learned talking to some cast members, like again, your cast members are your favorite people to have down there because they're so helpful. So, I was just asking, where they're going to be at, because I've never been to the Halloween party before. And so that's when they told me about, it doesn't come out till 7 o'clock, but they do have it 2 different locations. They've got it in the Emporium, kind of right as you first go in, if you're going down Main Street, right at the beginning. Yeah. But they also had a second spot about halfway down. They call it the carpeted area. If you've ever walked through the Emporium, you know where I'm talking about. The carpeted area right now is where most of the 50th anniversary merchandise is. They also had a section set up there. So I was able to, when we was waiting for the parade and everything like that, while they was trying to find us a spot for the parade, I actually snuck up there and was able to go in the middle section and get in out pretty quickly. Yeah,
the line was not nearly as long in that back section.
Yeah, and I'm sure the rain helped with all that too.
Definitely.
But I'm tickled pink to get that. That's going to be my candy bowl to give out candy to the kids on Halloween this year.
Yeah. Okay guys, Randall's making me show off some of our photography.
Her photography.
Okay.
I'm not the photographer.
My photography. I had this desire to take a sunset picture with us in the background in shadow. And so we went down to visit Randall's Aunt Lily, in Clearwater Beach, Florida. And so we set up our camera on a tripod and tried, and we finally got the perfect shot, I think. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think it's a pretty awesome photo. Obviously, this is me and Randall standing at the beach. There's a boat in the distance, and then there's also a bird. And so that is actually a picture of us at sunset in Clearwater, Florida. And
so then, after we got that, I wanted to carry it a step further, because if you remember in a previous video I showed you the Mark Keithley print, Romantic Moon. I wanted to get one.
He wanted to get one of the moonrise. But of course, to get a good one of the moonrise, you have to have a full moon, and you have to be on the beach when it's rising. And so that's a little bit hard to do in Clearwater, Florida. Yeah.
And so this picture here actually took us, I think, 3 or 4 years, I don't remember exactly, to find the right spot, the right beach, at the right time when there was a full moon.
Well, and I'll preface this as well. In this shot, obviously, again, you see Randall and myself standing on the beach. We set the camera up. We were there for the full moon rising over the water. And then there's also some stars that you can see in the background. But this trip that we made to Orange Beach was when Randall was first diagnosed with cancer. And he told me that he just wanted to make one more trip to the beach just in case.
Yeah.
And this is when we got this photo.
Yeah, I was a little bit afraid that it might be our last beach trip. Thank God it wasn't.
Yes, but those are very special to us.
But yeah, I love these two pictures. They're in here in the dining room where we put all of our, where we just showed you our Disney stuff. And so I saw those sitting there, and I wanted to get those in the video. And so, sentimental to us, may not mean nothing much to you crowd out there, but I wanted to show them off. And I think she's a pretty good photographer.
Well, thank you.
Gotta show you guys one more thing. It's Kimberly's birthday last week. High Tire Kraus, Gary and Crystal, gave her this little wine caddy. Fits on over the wine bottle. And this is our Biltmore wine that we got. It's 2014. That's actually the year we got married.
And we did honeymoon at Biltmore, so that's why that's so special to us.
Yeah. And it's got the 125th, last year was the 125th anniversary of the Biltmore, and so we picked up the glasses there. And so I thought that was very thoughtful of High Tire Kraus giving us that little wine caddy. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this week. If you haven't, please subscribe. We are still trying to get bigger, so our videos go out to more people. We're still a pretty small channel right now.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoy the content. I hate it's been so sporadic, but hopefully that'll get better. Hopefully we get to go out and go camping more often and start showing you some more RV parks and all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, we're missing that.
And by the way, if you do like this little wine caddy back here, if you saw on the table, we also have the cutting boards. High Tire Kraus will be at Unicoi Apple Festival and the LJ Apple Arts this next weekend. They'll actually be at LJ for 2 weekends in a row. So if you're in the area and we'll check it out and we'll see some beautiful countryside, go check them out and go hunt them down. High Tire Kraus, they got beautiful stuff. So anyways, we'll see you next week. Like I say, we're heading back to Disney. Can't wait to show you our beating around the world.
Bye guys.